How come I used to avoid dairy? I used to avoid dairy because I believed that it was the worst food that I possibly could put into my body. I believed that after I read the articles on notmilk.com. I believed that after watching Robert Cohen's video on Milk Sucks on YouTube. I believed that because that's what all the vegetarian vegans were saying. I believe that because I believe the argument that cow's milk is only for baby cows and that humans are adults and we shouldn't be drinking that. I believe that dairy was the cause of acne. I believe that dairy was the cause of hair loss because of an increase in DHT. I could go on and on about all the reasons and things that I read that caused me to believe that. But after I avoided dairy for a long period of time and started to really think critically about why I was avoiding dairy, it just didn't seem to make any sense to me, especially when I realized that there's many people that drink dairy that don't have acne. There's many people that drink dairy that don't have hair loss. There's many people that drink dairy but yet are really healthy, like people in Scandinavia. And then I realized that there's people that drink raw milk that were able to reverse tooth decay. You know, Rami Nagel, Cure Tooth Decay. I watched some of his videos. And then realized that, gee, after eating a high fruitarian vegan diet, I developed many cavities. I never grew up drinking raw dairy. When I was younger, I used to drink store-bought milk, but I never was conscious of all this other stuff that I am now. I was healthy. I've never really had a disease. And I wasn't thinking when I was 5 years old that dairy was causing me all these problems. I didn't think that dairy was bad for me when I was 5 years old. It wasn't even going through my mind. But as I got older and started reading more and more and more, it changed that whole aspect of how I thought. And, you know, I realize now that, I could avoid dairy the rest of my life, but that doesn't guarantee me that I'm going to be any healthier. That doesn't guarantee me that I'm not going to lose my hair. That doesn't guarantee me that I'm going to have perfectly clear skin, because the honest truth is that even when I did avoid dairy, it's not like everything magically improved, you know, or anything like that. So those are the reasons why I used to drink dairy. And, you know, then I went off dairy. It's almost as if instead of listening or following a certain diet, I get to the point where my body says, I need this, or I need to avoid this, and I don't care. Like, I don't care what people think. You know, and maybe I'm not the person that should make videos, because I actually listen to my body and what it needs. You know, if somebody out there wants someone that tells them how they should eat, and that if they fall off the bandwagon that they're inherently bad and inherently evil, and they're a failure in life because they couldn't stick to something for 30 days, a particular way of eating for 30 days, then maybe I'm not the right person for YouTube. It's just that in my experience, I don't follow anything like that. I never have. I just listen to my instincts, because I believe that our bodies are inherently wiser than what people think that they should follow 100%. I think our bodies know best what's best for them. And the fact that I've gone back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth only reassures me that I'm normal. I'm the one normal person on YouTube into this health thing that actually listens to their body. And yet I'm criticized for going back and forth all the time. And for saying, or for changing my mind a lot. The fact of it is that we're changing our mind every day about things. Yes, there's the whole consistency issue. But it's hard to be... Well, what I say is that what I am consistent with is listening to my body and what it needs. And that results in me sometimes changing my mind about what I believe because I'm listening to my body. I'm not listening to a guru. I'm not listening to what I read online. I'm not listening to what the government tells me to do. I'm not brainwashed, right? I'm my own person. You know, I'm Sam, and I listen to my body and what it needs. And if that makes me a bad person to other people, then so be it. What's important is how I take care of myself. And I will always take care of myself, and I will do what I have to do. And I'm humble enough to admit that I've changed my mind about a lot of different things. But that doesn't make me a bad person. That doesn't make me wrong. And that doesn't make me a good that doesn't mean that I'm not a good health teacher. I like to think that I'm a really good health teacher in the fact that I have an open mind and that I listen to my instincts. And I've just come to the conclusion that every person is different and unique. And we shouldn't judge others for what they eat. What you eat doesn't make you a bad person. We can give good ideas, we can try to help other people, but at the end of the day, only that person knows what's best for them. And everybody has to go through it themselves and learn. And I guess, you know, that's why I do what I do. That's why I eat the way I eat. I make important decisions in my life, and it's part of the decision-making process. You know, I'm an old enough person now, 25 years old. You know, I'm an adult. I have to make decisions in my life. And, you know, when you're making videos every day, it's like a type of blog, if you will, or vlog. People will see that you change your mind. And maybe some people are gifted to only be consistent with their particular belief, but I'm the type of person that is consistent with listening to my own instincts and what I feel I need. And if that means I have to change my mind about something, then hopefully there will be people out there that are understanding. Because I'm not perfect, and I never claimed to be. And I don't believe that we'll ever be perfect on this earth. But we can try to do our best that we can. And hopefully by now, people realize that I'm all about, you know, trying to help others, bringing up important topics that other people might not have brought up, about talking about things like this, just to try to make a lot of common sense about all this stuff, because it's just crazy out there, the amount of confusion. I've been through it all, you know, I've listened to all these different arguments. It can be very confusing and convincing for people, and they change their mind back and forth, you know, and so that's why I used to drink dairy. So I guess, you know, every person has to make their own decision, and if you are, you know, making if you're doing a vlog, you know, people are going to see how you change or may change your mind about different things in your videos over time. But I mean, I can think of a bunch of people right off the top of my head who are pretty popular on YouTube who have also changed their mind about things. And that doesn't make them a bad person at all. It just means that they're listening to their body and they're not following some dogma. And that's what I want to teach people on my YouTube channel now, is that be consistent with following your own intuition, right? Your own instincts of what you need to eat to feel your best. Just don't follow a dogma. Because it's the ones who follow a dogma that usually end up sick.